Today me and Pratik will be presenting melodic style detection in Hindustani music. The outline for the presentation will be as follows. I'll first explain the objective, then I'll go ahead with style classification in Indian classical vocal music. Here I'll first explain about the some literature survey, then some past work which we have done. Then I'll describe the new features which we have introduced, the database and the results, and extension to Turkish music. Then I'll explain the style classification in flute alap recordings. Here I'll explain the database and the feature design and some preliminary results, and then we'll conclude. So our objective is to use melodic features to distinguish Hindustani, Carnatic and Turkish music styles, and also instrument playing styles. So here our hypothesis is that melody line alone will suffice for the listeners to reliably distinguish musical styles, and it can be applied to extract important metadata information. So style classification in Indian classical vocal music. So here in the past, timbral based features, timbral plus rhythmic features and timbral plus melodic features have been used by various authors to distinguish styles. Parul et al. Used timbral features like MFCC, delta MFCC, etc. to distinguish Indian music genres, which also included Hindustani and Carnatic music. Kini et al. Used rhythmic and timbral features to distinguish North Indian classical music. Liu et al. Used these features to classify culture-specific genres like Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Indian and Western classical music. Here they emphasize that Indian classical music was difficult to model. Salomon et al. Used melodic and timbral features along with timbral features to improve the performance of classification of Western genres. So before we extract the features, before we apply the features, we need to first extract the melody from the audio. Here, in case of Indian classical music, the task is difficult because of the presence of multiple instruments along with the voice. The present state of the art automatic pitch trackers have achieved about 80% accuracy. Here we have used semi-automatic approach for pitch detection so as to achieve best possible performance for our features. Here from visual observation of the two styles, this is a pitch contour for Hindustani Rag Jaijavanti and its corresponding Carnatic Rag Dvijavanti. The pitch contour is as follows. Let us listen to both these styles. So by visual observation we can see that there is distinction between the two styles, which is quite evident. So in the past we have come up with two features, namely the steady note and the gamak measure. I'll briefly describe them. So this is a plot for Carnatic alap section, and this is for Hindustani. So the steady note measure first considers pitch segments of n milliseconds duration with standard deviation less than j cents. So here by the steady note measure, the steady notes have been marked. It was by data driven parameters, we have selected n to be 400 milliseconds and j to be 20 cents were found to be giving highest accuracy. And then the steady note measure was calculated by considering the total duration of the steady regions to the total sung duration. then for calculating the Gamak measure, 1 second chunks of the non-steady regions were considered and their DFT was calculated. As can be seen from the plot, in case of highly oscillatory region, a high peak is observed between 3 to 7.5 Hz, whereas for a glide-like movement, the peak is not present. So this was used in for calculating Gamak measure. In case of Carnatic music, due to high presence of oscillatory movements, the Gamak measure would come out to be high. The first feature which we have newly introduced is primary shape contour. Contour typology was proposed by C. Adams for categorizing melody into these 15 shapes. It was used by Salomon et al. To classify various genres, Western genres. Here we have considered segments from one silence to another, and a shape has been fitted considering the initial, final, and the high and the low points. It was observed that contour types 12 and 13 were occurring more in case of Carnatic. The second feature which we have introduced is distance of highest peak in unfolded histogram from tonic. Here the hypothesis is that in case of Hindustani alaps, the artist concentrates more towards the tonic, while in Carnatic alap, the concentration is more towards the upper octave tonic. Here, as can be seen from the unfolded histogram, this is the tonic location, and this is for Carnatic, where the highest peak is far away from the tonic. So this was taken as a feature. The third feature we have introduced is melodic transitions. Here the hypothesis is that the overall progression of the melody can be captured by using Haar wavelet basis function. A fifth level approximation was used. Here the hypothesis is again that the Hindustani artist will concentrate more towards the tonic and then gradually progress towards the higher notes. So the normalized size of the upward jumps in a concatenated contour was taken as feature. The database used for the study consists of 120 alap sections from both the styles. Here the ragas which we are considering consist of various scales, and the 4 Hindustani alaps, 4 Hindustani ragas and their corresponding Carnatic ragas have been chosen. The reason for choosing corresponding ragas is to avoid any bias by the listeners in the listening test, which I will describe ahead. So in order to validate our hypothesis, we carried out listening tests in which 51 participants participated. Here we presented them with 12 clips of each Hindustani and Carnatic, and the user was first required to give information regarding the training received by them or the familiarity with the music. 10 seconds of the audio was mandatory for them to listen from the 30 seconds audio, and they were required to give labels give label to the audio as Hindustani, Carnatic or not sure. Here the audio clips which were presented to them were resynthesized using constant timbre-like sound. This was done in order to remove any artist bias, and the volume dynamics were retained the same. Here from the table we can observe that the overall accuracy was around 77%, while a highly trained listener could classify the two styles by around 90%. Another observation is that the accuracy is corresponding to the training received by the participants. In order to do the automatic classification using our features, we considered quadratic classifier in a 5-fold cross-validation on 5 different random partitions. In order to come up with optimal model using feature combinations, we did exhaustive search, where we started with one feature and then single features and then 2 features and then so on. in order to see how the feature set is able to, how a particular feature set is able to separate the two classes, we considered the separability by taking log likelihood ratio and the F ratio. We observe, so this plot here shows the various combinations and their F ratio and the accuracy. So we considered top 5 F ratio values, and the corresponding highest accuracy among them was considered, and it was found that 96% accuracy was achieved for this particular feature set of steady note, gum-up measure, distance of highest peak from tonic, and primary shape feature. This plot here shows log likelihood values plotted for the two classes, Hindustani and Carnatic, for a particular feature set. So the confusion matrix for that feature set is as follows, and for the listeners, this is the listening test, this is the confusion matrix. Here we can see that here we observed that a few clips which were confused by our algorithm were also matching with the listening tests. So in order to come up with the correlation measure, we converted our objective measure into 3 categories, as which in a similar fashion as the subjective tests markings, which were HC and not sure. So in order to do that, we considered 10% region around this 0 value to mark as not sure category. In order to assign cost value for the same, we if there is a large agreement between the subjective and objective labels, then we gave it a -1 cost, and if there is a total agreement between the labels, we gave 1 as the cost, and else we gave 0. The highest value of correlation was found out to be 0.79 across all feature combination, and this corresponded to the feature set which we had chosen, which gave the highest accuracy. So we tried to extend this, we tried to use these features on Turkish music as well. Here from the contour, this is a Turkish Taksim section. So here from the contour we can observe that there is a difference between the 3 styles. So we tried to capture it. For this study we considered 30 Taksim sections. Taksim is just like Alap section in Hindustani or Carnatic section. So we considered 60 Taksim sections, and we applied the features to this database, and the highest accuracy was of 81.6 was found for this feature set. We also conducted some preliminary listening tests whose results are tabulated here. Here the observation was that there was a high confusion between Carnatic and Turkish music, which was also seen in the classifier result. So now I'll call upon Pratik to talk about the style classification in flute alap recordings.
Yes, so a lot of work has been done already on vocal music. We considered the objective of doing style classification in instrumental music, and we chose flute alap recordings for doing it. So I'll just play. So in case of flute, the 2 styles which we chose to characterize are this Tantrakari and Gaiki style, which I'll play and then explain what is the difference. So as we can see from here that in case of the Tantrakari style, there was clearly abruptness in here, whereas this was more of vocal-like characteristic. So I'll explain what are the 2 styles. So Gaiki style, as the name suggests, is more of the vocal characteristics, whereas Tantrakari style is more of related to instrumental characteristics. So what happens is that all the artists try to go beyond their repertoire and try to mimic other instruments or other. For example, in vocal there are many nom tom renditions which are basically trying to mimic the rhythmic pattern. Or in case of flute, some of the artists such as Hariprasad Chaurasia try to mimic the sitar patterns which are present. So Gaiki is basically a vocal characteristics which are incorporated into instrument play, whereas Tantrakari is the instrumental like characteristics. For example, in case of flute, it is the pluck of the sitar is being mimicked by using the manner of articulation. So here the tonguing is used in order to mimic the pluck. So I'll just explain some of the ornaments which are characteristic of the two styles. So glide and vibrato can be clearly said as they belong to Gaiki style, whereas this tonguing, that is in order to articulate a particular note they use the tongue. That is a true characteristics of Tantrakari style. So the database which we chose for doing this style classification was as follows. We chose, so in yellow color you can see Major Hariprasad Chaurasia ji and his disciple, that is Rupak Kulkarni. And for Tantrakari, for Gaiki style we chose Pannalal Ghosh and Nityanand Haldipur. And in the CD metadata, out of these 10 tracks, 2 tracks had been labeled as Tantrakari. And we consulted musicians, 4 musicians for the cues which can be used to distinguish the two styles. So just by hearing these 10 clips, all the 4 musicians unanimously agreed that these two are Tantrakari styles. And these denote, in case we chose only the alap recordings, so these correspond to the duration of the alap for all the 10 tracks. And then we asked them to, for 4 musicians that were consulted, we asked them to truly say to us that what are the features they were looking for. So this represents the union of all the possible feature cues which they said was Tantrakari or Gaiki. So they have been labeled as G1 to G5 and T1 to T5. Whereas, so some of them agreed that this blowing the same notes with stops or keeping a note steady with very abrupt movements in blowing can be characterized as Tantrakari style. Whereas Gaiki style can be said as more usage of glides and vibrato. The reason we chose to do this particular thing was because we just annotated using these features, and suppose after that we don't know whether this particular cue is correct or not. So then we just took a union of everything, and then later we came up with certain conclusions. So after doing the annotation according to the rules which were explained before, we tabulated these 3 categories, that is Gaiki, Tantrakari, and neither Gaiki or Tantrakari on a particular clip. And these are the annotation results which we show. And clearly we can see that the rules are matching somewhat with the metadata markings. For example, in case of Pannalal Ghosh, which was, he was playing in purely Gaiki style, we could see that no or very less portion of Tantrakari segments were present. Whereas in case of Hariprasad Chaurasia ji and Rupak Kulkarni, a majority of portion of Tantrakari according to the rules are present. So after doing that labeling of the categories, for each of the particular track, we just marked whether a particular ornament is present or not. So for example, vibrato marking was done here, and the tonguing, which was a Tantrakari element, was done whether it is present or not in a particular track. So by doing this marking, we can clearly see that the fast tonguing and the blow stop features are truly representative. So, the fast tonguing is matching with the metadata of the 2 clips, and it is only present, and blow stop is also fairly matching. So we thought that we can use these features to separate the 2 styles. So the feature set which we use here is energy based features, which can clearly discriminate the 2 ornaments which are produced. So I'll just play the 2 ornaments which are there. So the major difference is in the manner of articulation. So here we can see that the artist blows and then stops for a certain duration and then again starts blowing. And the energy envelope is characteristic of the true ADSR envelopes of some of the instruments which we know. Whereas the shape of it is not sinusoidal in nature. That is why we can clearly, whereas here the shape is very much sinusoidal in nature. And since he's using the tongue, the number of oscillations are higher as compared to what is achieved in blow stop. So we use energy-based feature in order to characterize these two. And since in case of Alap, the only instrument present in background is the drone Tanpura, which has a fairly constant amplitude. The energy of the short time energy of a particular audio clip is representative of the variations in energy modulation of the flute. By seeing we just took a Fourier transform of the short time energy which we found, and then we can clearly see that in case of blow stop there are multiple peaks coming due to non-sinusoidal nature, having a very smaller rate, whereas in case of tonguing we have a very large rate of oscillation with a single peak. So the features which we chose to capture are the subband peak ratio and subband FFT ratio, which is subband peak ratio is the ratio of the maximum peak in the 10 to 20 hertz to 20 to 30 hertz, and the other feature is the summation of the energy values in the two bands. And we can clearly see that for this experimental setup we chose 2-second test tokens and then 60 each of Gaiki styles and Tantragari styles, and we can see that the clustering happening of Gaiki styles in the low peak FFT ratio and the low FFT sum ratio, which is expected that because there is no peak present at the higher energy oscillations, whereas in Tantragari style it is more on the higher end. And using a quadratic classifier we can achieve a fairly decent accuracy on the token clips. So to conclude that we have successfully proposed melodic features to distinguish the two vocal styles, and the importance of energy based features has been brought out and how it can be used is explained, and automatic classification is given for both of the study with fairly good degree of separability. So in order to extend this work we can extend the present work to non-alap recordings in flute style classification, and since most of the confusion was found in Carnatic and Turkish pitch contours, we can propose some new additional features which can distinguish the two styles of Carnatic and Turkish. Yeah, these are the references. Yeah, thanks.